Hey, how's it going? Paul here from TurboWeb. Been thinking a lot lately. Heaps of people once again are like, oh, come on, Paulie, where's your videos? What's going on? We want to hear what you got to say. And it's real flattering, but things are moving so fast. And every other day something changes. And I think my observation is this time round. Boy, has it been nice to have a big break and just pause the whole thing. I've been talking to lots of engineers and tradies, people that are now, they have been doing some work and that kind of thing, but now it's starting to roll again. And they're all saying, wow, how nice was it to be able to have the time to sit around and have a beer or whatever you do and talk about ideas and concepts and work on the business at a high level, as opposed to being on that rat wheel and just going round and round. And a mate of mine, he said to me, it was like being on, it's like being on the Christmas rush, but it's been the last 5 years. It's just been flat out all the time. It's just go, go, go. This house has got to be done. That's got to be built. Things have got to be happening. It just goes on and on and on. And it sort of led me to thinking, well, how do we get the smart thinking? Because I know when you're that busy, for me, man, there's no doubt about it. You're not making good decisions when you're that busy. You are getting by. And getting by is okay, and it pays the bills, but it doesn't get you anywhere. And then 20 years down the track, you're at retirement and you're going, what have I even done? So I think our takeaway there is that we've got to look at how do we maintain that work-life balance, which always sounds cool, doesn't it? That's a great little term they like to throw out everywhere, and have enough mental space to make great decisions. Now, I want to add a couple of things onto that. With a little bit of pressure, a little bit of dramatic pressure, people they seem to be coming up with lots of different ideas. So you see lots of business or lots of entrepreneurs pivoting on what they're doing and changing what they're doing and changing their resources and that kind of thing. And the same has been happening in my business. And, looking at how can we be smarter, faster, quicker, more efficient? How do we dial our services into what the changing market might need? And you can only react to that stuff when you've got time, and when you've got time to think about it. And then my next point on that is, this is a practiced way of thinking, because you need to have the time, and then you need to know how to think like that. And my point goes like this: if you're a musician and you're playing an instrument, when you're trying really hard to play something, it doesn't sound good. And if you play it technically half as good, but you're not worried about how you do it, you're just knocking it out, it has so much more artistic integrity. It's a lot more entertaining, and it starts to flow. And how do you get into that state where we're making good quality decisions? And you could easily get into that state and you go, rightio, here's me thinking, I've got some ideas, this is a cool idea, let's work on this and go from there. And when you get to a state where that comes natural. Because I don't know about you guys, but it's really easy to look at social media and all that stuff and feel like you're a total imposter and just faking it to get by. And I just see that in myself all the time. I'm like, well, these videos are a case in point. I don't even know how this came about. And people say to me, oh, that was really great, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, one part of me is going, oh, that's really nice, thank you so much. It's I'm glad you enjoyed it, And the other side of me is going, why is anyone listening to this garbage? So, you know, it's all swings and roundabouts. We don't need to worry about those voices of negativity. That stuff's always there. There's, everything's there to drag you down. We just need to worry about how we get into the good place to make the good decisions, to create a good business, a good life, and a good balance, and keep our beautiful country going. I mean, it's an awesome place. Man, the stuff that people are doing, how they're looking after each other, and there's some really good stories out there, eh? So, let's all work on that and have a good time. Look forward to hearing from you. If you've got something to say, drop me a comment. Feel free to text me, message me, whatever you do. Oh, I love it. It's good times. So, cool. See you next time. Cheers.